pat and Brazilian whistle. But it looks like Ryan may have trumped him today. So next time. I apologize for looking like I do. It's Friday. I usually get dressed up at 11:57, and I wear my SDSU shirt proudly. But I lost my shirt. Haha. It's in my car, and I ran to get down on the way here to get the shirt out, and I brought the wrong keys. So it kind of gives you an idea of what's going through my head right now. But anyway, thank you again very much for our guests for coming. A distinguished gallery that may get a chance to speak to you folks also and kind of give you their historical understanding and experience of SDSU with one person going back almost to the beginning, and that's Ash Hayes. You've seen from that video, I told him about that, but now here he is in the flesh. Anyway, so I've been here for 13 years, and PE is kind of what I've been doing, elementary school, and 18 years overall. It's kind of all I know. So this is, while we're supposed to have a good time, it's with mixed feelings that we do this, or at least I'm feeling that way. But only a few years ago did we start the Major of the Year Award, and we named it after Tom McKenzie, who usually you name awards after people who are dying, but he's still very much alive. Although maybe in his story that he's going to tell you, he might share that a couple of times his heart has stopped, and I kid you not, and he was resuscitated. And so, in a way, I guess it's kind of fitting that maybe we'll be resurrected someday like Dr. McKenzie. Anyway, so I have to go to class in 23 minutes, my liberal studies for PE class. So I need to say what I need to say and then let Tom take over and get out of here. So we had a hard time figuring out who the final majors of the year are, especially since we haven't gone through a whole year. So it's more like majors of the semester. And so we have 3 awardees, which is a first. And so I think I'm going to separate it out in the following way. Those of you in my class will understand. The first person will be called a younger. Okay? So the youngers, for those of you who are not in my class, are the people that came into our program this semester. Some of them straight out of community college. Some of them never having taken a PE course in their lives. And they have it really rough because they were trying to get everything done in one semester. And some of them didn't even have the experiences that many of you take for granted, either as an athlete or coaching or having after-school teaching experiences, etc. And they, as a group, surpassed my expectations. So they kind of brought it together, and despite the craziness of it all, they made it through. And I only encourage them to continue getting experiences and opportunities because one semester is enough. And we missed out on a lot of stuff. Among the youngers, there was one in particular, even though I only got to know this person for one semester, that Dr. Smith and I thought really has an incredible future ahead of them. So within 16 weeks, they made such an impression on us that we said we don't want to deny this person the Major of the Year award status just because of their age and their status here on campus. In particular, just identifying what the person has brought a kind of a very serious, cerebral, but very focused approach to coursework as well as to teaching. And he's very prideful of doing his best and really striving to bring his best every day to the kids, at least the party. And I think Dr. Smith would echo that for the Hoover experience. And so we really believe that this person is going to make a profound impact when he gets his credential. And so based on what we've seen in that kind of upside, I think is what you folks call it in the sports parlance, first awardee will come up as Wayne Hoffman. So there's a plaque that will go back into the case, and his name is on it. So we don't want to give away too much for the other 2. But as part of your prize package, you get a VIP pass to the Spark Summer Institute, courtesy of Spark. And this is valued at $399. And the institutes span all of the grades, so you can pick the one that works best for you. And I went last year, finally, after all these years. And I missed out previous years because it really is an incredible experience. And I think you'll learn a lot. And then also, I guess you can pick the color of your choice. Even if you don't like yoga, you're going to say, thank you, Dr. Paul, because he's brought you a yoga mat. And so you can pick your color there.
This is my wife's Christmas present we're giving it away this year. So.
So these are people that I've got to know over possibly 3 semesters and in the context of the full scope of the program and the courses that I taught in, which were 335, 337, 442A, 442B, probably something else that I can't think of. Anyway, this person distinguishes herself in very similar ways to Blaine. This person is incredibly thoughtful, is incredibly self-starting, goes beyond the minimum that's required, and is academically talented as well as very solid teacher, and also will make an impact with kids. Is also very helpful to the youngers and their colleagues, always willing to help other people, just a very nice person in general, as well as a very great student. Probably missing out on saying a lot of specifics which escape me right now, so I'll just say that our second awardee is Heather Ryan. Okay, so our third and final awardee, and I'm getting a little choked up here, it's like the Wizard of Oz. So I'm Dorothy, and here we have my friends. I won't say which one is the scarecrow and all that. Anyway, the third one, and here's my soliloquy at the end. This person is, I don't know if I necessarily struck a personal kind of love, friendship foundation with this person, because he and I are actually quite alike. We're seemingly maybe a little hard on the outside, but very juicy and sweet on the inside. Anyway, what's remarkable about this person is, and actually it's not that remarkable, is that in many ways he could probably get up right now and teach a class if given the content that suits him. Even if it didn't, he probably would learn it very fast and do a very credible job. The person, if you know, many of you know me, and you know that I'm extremely organized with all of these charts and graphs. This person makes me look like a chicken with my head cut off. That's how much more organized this person is. He also talks incredibly fast, and yet you can still understand what he says. And finally, I think what really strikes me the most, and why I think this person is incredibly deserving, and also will be a key difference in San Diego kids' lives, is that I learn a lot from all of you folks, but I have to use more than my fingers and toes to count the number of interesting, unique things that this person has taught me, just about how to manage things, information that I never knew. And that's amazing. I don't know everything, and I don't even know half of everything. But I'm always learning, and this person taught me more in the 3 semesters that I got to know him than I can't think of 700 odd students that I've had at SDSU who are unique PE majors. So I want to thank him for that, and that person is Ryan Black.
So we will unveil the plaque. I'm not going to put my smudges off there. But we now have 3 more names on the plaque, and we will proudly put this on display. And you guys are etched in there. I want to acknowledge that David Russell was our first student honoree, and David did extraordinary things to get the Physical Education Council for students to gain some momentum. And the fact that we're eating Chipotle today is really on David's back. We also have a couple of people from last year. Chelsea was honored last year with this recognition, and Cassandra Clark, who is just finishing her credentials and will go on, I'm sure, to be a very successful and good teacher. So it's an awesome award. It's something that we will probably put on display, and you guys are awesome. And I would like to get a photo before the event is over, and it would be great if you could be in it. So can you do that right now?
Yes.
Very
Right.
okay. We're going to do a quick photo, and I'm going to borrow Emmy. Come on up here. We're going to put this on because we're photogenic.